How you folks out there doing? A couple of businessmen by the name of Mike and Tom driving down the road on their way to a convention. Suddenly, the vehicle starts sputtering and eventually breaks down on the side of the road, leaving them stranded. Well, Mike is panicking. He's like, we're going to be late to the convention, and I don't know what to do. I'm not a mechanic. You're not a mechanic. And Tom is like, relax. A few miles back, I'm pretty sure I saw an old farmhouse. We'll just go over there and ask if we can use the phone, and we'll get AAA out here, give us a tow. We'll make it there by tomorrow. So Mike, not having any idea of what else to do, says, yeah, okay, sounds good. So they start the long walk, and a few miles down the road, sure enough, there's an old country house, and it's starting to get late, and it's getting dark, so they go up to the house and knock on the door, and this ancient looking old battle axe answers the door. It's like, can I help you boys? Mike is like, ma'am, we are so terribly sorry to trouble you, but our vehicle broke down a few miles down the road, and it's getting dark. We were wondering if maybe, we could use your phone to call AAA and get a tow truck out here. We won't be any trouble. Well, the old lady looks them in the eyes and says, look, I'm sorry to disappoint you boys, but I don't have a telephone. I don't, just, old-fashioned woman, I guess. But you boys are welcome to stay here for the night if you want. And they're like, yeah, it's getting pretty late and there's no phone. Might as well wait for daylight. Maybe we can see what the problem is, or at least have more time to walk someplace else where there is a phone. So they take her up on the offer and they say, okay, we'll stay here. Well, the old lady says, well, I'm sure you've noticed by now my house is pretty small. All I've got is the bedroom and this enclosed porch here. One of you boys will have to sleep out here on the porch on this sofa, and one of you can sleep double up with me in the bedroom. Well, needless to say, the gentlemen were a bit apprehensive about sleeping next to this withered old bag, so they fight about it, and sure enough, Tom, the more confident one, wins the argument, and he says he's going to sleep out on the sofa that's sitting on the enclosed porch. Mike sucks it up and goes ahead to turn down for the night, and it's been a long walk, and it's been a long drive, and he's extremely tired. He goes to lie down, and the old battle axe looks at him and goes, hey, you look like you're tired and ready to go to sleep. He's like, yes, ma'am, I'm pretty beat. Just wanting to get some shut-eye. She looks him over, and she goes, well, if you're planning on getting any sleep, you're going to have to give me the old heave-ho. Insinuating that if he wants to get any sleep tonight, he's going to have sex with her. He is completely exhausted, and he's willing to do just about anything to get some sleep. So he cuts out the lights, and he takes his clothes off, and the old bag is naked, and God, she's all old and liver spotted and wrinkly, and oh, he's just dreading it. And as he's about to do the deed with the lights out, he looks over in the corner of the room and he notices that there is an entire pile of shucked corn. And he starts, the gears turning in his head, and he's like, well, the lights are out. And I'm sure her eyes are all old, hardened, and yellow. She probably can't see worth a damn. Why not? So he starts giving it to her using the shucked corn in the corner of the room. And after a while, each ear of corn starts getting a little worn and wet and soggy. And when that happens, he just throws it out the window onto the porch where his friend Tom is sleeping. And he continues doing this until she's had enough, and finally she lets him go to sleep. And so he does. He wakes up the next morning, and she's just as chipper and polite as she can be. She gives each of the boys a canteen of water and sends them on their way. Waves goodbye to them. She's all blushing and whatnot. And as they're walking back to the car, Tom looks at Mike and he just starts laughing. Mike looks over at Tom and he's like, just what the hell is so damn funny? He's like, man, I heard everything last night. That window in that old hag's room leads right out into the porch. And I'll tell you what, man, the worst part is while you were in there fucking that old battle axe, I was out on the porch eating some buttered corn.